Practicing body kindness and positive mental health during a pandemic. Quarantine is rough for everyone, but especially for those who have a history of disordered eating and who struggle with similar mental health issues. A combination of social isolation, lack of structure, and the abundance or scarcity of food is the perfect storm for relapse and spiraling among those with an eating disorder. Routines are being disrupted as we are all now finding that we have a lot more time on our hands, and with this time comes the pressure to continue to be productive. During a time where so many things are out of our control, one thing we can control is our mindset and how we practice self-care. Since the majority of the world is in quarantine, this means that there is a lot of social media content out there and a whole lot of sitting around scrolling through it. Unfortunately, this content is not always positive and supportive to those living with a mental health condition. I'm sure you've seen at least one of the many images on the screen on one of the social media sites you frequent. This obsession with weight gain and productivity during a time of worldwide uncertainty is extremely detrimental to anyone who has a history of or are currently struggling with a mental health condition. And let's be honest, this unprecedented time is difficult for everyone, so why are we making it worse by obsessing about our weight and what projects we're getting done? The bad news is it doesn't appear that these weight gain jokes or productivity pressures are going away anytime soon. But the good news is there are a few steps you can take to keep balanced, boost self-care, help a friend in need, and improve your overall body love. Step 1, take frequent news breaks and unfollow toxic social media accounts. While it is important to stay up to date and informed on the latest information, it is also okay to take breaks. There is so much information everywhere, and it can be both extremely overwhelming and really negative. To help improve overall mood, try limiting how often you check the news and at what time during the day. For instance, checking the news right before bed might bring up anxiety and negative thinking, causing difficulty sleeping. Try checking earlier in the day to give yourself plenty of time to cool down and relax before bed. As we saw on the previous slide, not all social media is good for body image and mental health. A good social media cleanout can easily boost your mood and help eliminate accounts that support diet culture, fat shaming, overall negative body talk, or pressures to be perfect and productive. Take advice from Marie Kondo and ask yourself, does this account spark joy? If the answer is no, mute or unfollow. All of this negative messaging can be extremely harmful, and no one needs that extra negativity on top of everything else going on. Additionally, it is important to remind ourselves that social media is often a snapshot of what the poster wants us to see, a highlight reel, rather than an actual look into what is really going on. Curate your feed to boost your mood with positive imagery, like puppies and kittens, craft tutorials, calming videos of people painting their nails or hand lettering signs, travel photography, some good news, or the Student Wellness Center. Whatever makes you happy. Step 2, focus on doing whatever makes you feel good. As always, it is important to remind ourselves that our mental and physical health is priority number 1. Everyone's quarantine life is going to look different, and so are their self-care habits. Do what's best for you and try not to overthink or judge others for their own personal journeys. If working out every day brings you peace of mind, that is great. If you want to bake bread every day, that's great. If you want to sit on the couch and watch Netflix in your sweatpants every day, that's great too. Your needs may change every day, so pay attention to what your body and your mind need and move forward from there. Step 3, reach out to others. At this time, you may or may not be struggling with disordered eating, negative body image, or mental health, but having a strong support network is critical for everyone's mental health. Those you love may be struggling silently, and a call or text checking in could be the exact thing they need to be pulled out of a negativity spiral. There are so many great ways to stay in touch these days. Utilize your resources and get connected. Step 4, understand that there are going to be good and bad days. It is important to remind ourselves that this is uncharted territory and that we are doing the best we can. Practice self-kindness by celebrating little wins, even if it's just making it through the day in one piece. The goal of quarantine is not to see how productive we can be, so take the time at the end of each day to tell yourself what you are proud of accomplishing that day. Allowing yourself to rest and relax is definitely something to be proud of. It is easier said than done, but try not to put too much pressure on yourself. Remember, there is always tomorrow to tackle that project you're interested in completing. Step 5, connect with the many virtual resources that are available. A number of the Ohio State University departments, local community nonprofits, and national and international organizations are all working to continue to provide resources to those in need, with many programs switching to virtual and remote options. National organizations like the National Eating Disorder Association, National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders, and the Crisis Text Line are all providing both free and low-cost resources to those who are struggling with mental health issues. Take a moment to take down the information on the screen and know that there are many more organizations across the country working to provide virtual care. Please reach out if you are in need of help. In addition to the resources on the previous slide, the Student Life Student Wellness Center is operating remotely to support the Ohio State University student body. If you are in need of wellness resources, please visit our website to learn more about our current operating efforts. We are here to support you and help you thrive during this stressful time.